What is up, guys? TYSON DELACRUZ here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. President Donald Trump criticizes California Governor Gavin Newsom for ignoring his warnings about the water crisis. Here is Donald Trump with senators on the Hill.
Mr. President, on California, Mr. President, during the pandemic, you often said that you didn't believe that you should bail out blue states that you believe were being mismanaged. Given your criticism of Governor Gavin Newsom, are you willing to work with him, and do you believe that federal aid should be provided to California for as long as it takes?
Well, it's very sad because I've been trying to get Gavin Newsom to allow water to come. You'd have tremendous water up there. They send it out to the Pacific because they're trying to protect a tiny little fish, which is in other areas, by the way, called a smelt. And for the sake of a smelt, they have no water. They had no water in the fire hydrants today in Los Angeles. It was a terrible thing. And we're going to get that done. It's going to finally be done. I got it done from the federal side, and he didn't want to sign it, but it's not going to happen again like that. There's no reason. Can you imagine? You have farmers that don't have any water in California. They have plenty of water. They don't have a drought. They send it out to the Pacific, and it's crazy. So what's happening in California is a true tragedy. I know those areas very well. I have many friends living in those houses. That is a true tragedy. Nobody ever thought. I mean, virtually Beverly Hills and areas around Beverly Hills are being decimated. The biggest homes, some of the most valuable homes in the world are just destroyed. I don't even know. You talk about a tax base. If those people leave, you're going to lose half your tax base of California. This is a true tragedy, and it's a mistake of the governor, and you could say the administration. They don't have any water. They didn't have water in the fire hydrants. They don't have water. And yet they have, the water comes from, you know where? Up north. And it comes down at levels, they give millions and millions of barrels of gallons of water that they have, and they send it out into the Pacific. For the Pacific, it's like a drop, it's nothing. But for California, it would take care of the whole state. So what's happened is a tragedy, and the governor has not done a good job. With that being said, I got along well with him when he was governor. We worked together very well, and we would work together. I guess it looks like we're going to be the one having to rebuild it. But what happened there, I don't think there's anything that I've ever seen quite like it. And the insurance companies are going to have a big problem because you're talking about big, big dollars.
Yeah, I talked about it in my previous video regarding the insurance companies. You know, a lot of the insurance companies has backed out of California simply because they didn't want to cover these type of fire damages. I'm going to jump into a video from Savannah Hernandez. Shout out to Savannah Hernandez. She's on the field out there in California. So let's jump into this video here.
Savannah Hernandez reporting to you guys from Altadena, and I just wanted to give you guys an idea of the scene over here. It's absolutely insane what is going on in this area, and these fires have been actively burning again since last night. I've been speaking to residents all day who've told me that they've been out of power for the past 24 hours. You have buildings actively on fire right now. You have a grocery store burning over here. The police have been doing what they can to try to make sure that the roads are blocked off and residents are safe. But the scene down here is just absolutely insane. And to be quite honest with you, it's been really difficult to cover this because of how vast the fires have been, right? So we're in Altadena right now. These are the Eaton fires. I believe they've burned up around 11,000 acres so far. 5 reported dead, multiple injuries. And then you also have the Pacific Palisades fires, which again started yesterday morning. And with those fires, you've now seen 15,000 acres burned. We have, again, Americans evacuated. The scene in California right now is just insane. And I was speaking to a resident. I'm going to be posting up his interview here in a moment. He was telling me there were no fire trucks to be seen last night, as these fires were ravaging his neighborhood. And we were driving through a neighborhood earlier today, and it's just heartbreaking. You have entire buildings burned down, and it's thousands of buildings throughout California as well. Small businesses, homes, of course, schools. This is a scene completely overwhelming because keep in mind, We're still around 45 minutes away from Santa Monica. Time-wise, I can't even tell you how far away we are from, again, Pacific Palisades. But the scene, it truly is just nothing like I've ever seen.
My heart goes out to those individuals out there in California. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Here's Gavin Newsom's response to Donald Trump.
Phase. We're in the public safety phase.
I hate to even ask this question, but the president-elect chose to attack you, blame you for this.
One can't even respond to it. I mean, people are literally fleeing. People have lost their lives. Kids lost their schools. Families completely torn asunder. Churches burned down. This guy wanted to politicize it. I have a lot of thoughts, and I know what I want to say. I won't. I stood next to a president of the United States of America today, and I was proud to be with Joe Biden. And he had the backs of every single person in this community. He didn't play politics, didn't try to divide any of us.
This guy's a piece of crap. This guy, you're a loser, Gavin Newsom. You are a loser. You are an absolute POS. Bro, real talk, man. Your city, Los Angeles, they look like shit. Homeless people everywhere. Spending millions of dollars to house 40 people. Come on, dude. You suck, bro. You suck. Standing next to the president. He didn't even know your name. He doesn't even know where he's at. He congratulated having a grandbaby. Come on, dude. You're a piece of crap. Listen to this statistic, guys. State Farm canceled 1,600 policies in Pacific Palisades last year because California won't allow them to raise premiums to cover their exposure. Instead of fixing an immediate problem, Gavin Newsom worked on Trump-proofing his state to protect illegal migrants. Here's Dave Murr. What a total piece of crap, too. Look at this guy.
You're on 4.
Shopping, a place to eat. Tonight, as you can see here behind me, it's been completely wiped away. There's
Safety clothespin in his jacket so it looks fitted. Dude, this guy's a loser, too.
Burning from multiple buildings here and smoke rising from the ash. Again, this is where the community would be at a time of.
Golly. Let's see what Link Loren has to say here.
Unfortunately, the fire hydrants in California have officially run out of water, and there are some folks who say, don't make this political, don't politicize the issue. I'm here to tell you, mismanagement at this scale is inherently political. It's absolutely heartbreaking what's happening in California right now. I have the same pit in my stomach I had watching Hurricane Helene ravage North Carolina. You're sitting here feeling helpless and hopeless watching this tragedy unfold. But when are we going to have a stern conversation about the Democratic supermajority in California that has allowed this to go on for years? You can look at Karen Bass, the mayor of Los Angeles. She's been in Africa the last few days. She hasn't even been there on the ground. I don't know what she's doing in Africa. Maybe she's been on safari. And Gavin Newsom, he's given nothing but lip service the last few years. I don't know if he's been out to lunch, getting nookie, having dinner at French Laundry like he did during the pandemonium, but Gavin Newsom has been an utter calamity. They spend billions of dollars on nonsense in California, but they cut $17.6 million from the LA Fire Department. How does that make sense? You guys come to my page because I call it like I see it. I'm not owned by anybody. And thing 1 and thing 2 here, they have blood on their hands. When you have a Democratic supermajority in a state and you talk for years and years about doing all these great things and making positive changes and you don't, that's on you. In addition to the horrific fires, California also has horrific floods. And the Democrats in California have talked for years about capturing all that water. Have they done it? No. And now the fire hydrants, they don't even have water. So Gavin Newsom, his friends in the mainstream media, his supporters, the people around him, they keep saying, oh, Republicans, independents, disaffected Democrats, you're making this political. This is about climate change. I'm sorry. This is absolutely political. Elections have consequences, and unfortunately, California is run by clowns. Let's look at Donald Trump, for example. He just won a historic landslide. The House, the Senate, the Electoral College, the popular vote. When he was on Rogan months ago, he spoke about mitigating the fires in California. Well, Democrats, Gavin Newsom, his friends, they made fun of Trump. They said, you don't believe in climate change, shut up and sit down. I could sit here for hours going over the many examples of the political mismanagement in California, but let's look at this headline. LA County Fire Department donating surplus supplies to Ukraine. And while we're on the topic of Ukraine, Joe Biden gave another $500 million to his best friend Zelensky earlier today. Why are we prioritizing all these other countries when our own country has glaring issues? We can even look at this headline from 2023. Firefighting is mostly white and male. A California program aims to change that. I'm here to tell you, if my house is burning down, I don't care if the person's white, black, Asian, Hispanic, Indian, you name it, male, female, none of the above, as long as they have water in their fire hydrants.
Yep.
So I understand there are some folks who say, don't make this political, don't politicize the issue. Well, you know what? Mismanagement is political. This is such gross mismanagement. All of these people should be out of jobs. Karen Bass, Gavin Newsom, the list goes on. When the mayor of your city, the mayor of Los Angeles, Karen Bass, is warned about the fire, she was warned about what was going to happen, and she decided to go to Africa anyway for some eat, pray, love journey. I don't know what the hell she was doing over there. That to me is unconscionable. All right, my friends.
It's crazy. My prayers go out to any individuals out in California. If you're affected by the fires, my prayers go out to you. My prayers go out to your friends and your families. Stay safe out there. And I think we all have the opportunity to pray. I think we all should pray for those individuals. Also, the individuals still experiencing some troubles in North Carolina. I'll keep you guys up to date on what's going on with this. Let me know what you guys think about all these fiasco clowns, these Democrat clowns running California literally into the ground. Drop your comments down below, smash the like button, share, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.